I have had the tendency of seeing the best in everybody and seeing the potential in everybody, and then forgetting there's a reality and there's a difference between the romanticized version of these people that I'm making myself see and the reality of who they are. And that's gotten me into trouble of my spending habits, the people that I spend my time with. And I'm not saying that they're all assholes. I will say that a few of them were a little bit asshole-y. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And I know you know who I'm talking about. But that has severely caused me to not make the progress in my business that I wanted to, because I was not getting that support that I was wanting and needing. And now that I have started to surround myself with better people, and it's still a work in progress, there's still a few people that I need to nix from my life, but time is coming, right? All in good time, and having patience is so important.
Yeah, I mean, it's a process when you have a heart of gold and you want to support other people. And
you hear that? She said, I have a heart of gold. Believe it.
But some people take advantage of that, and that can be really hard to draw that line and draw those boundaries. And we talk about boundaries all the time in our relationship with friends, family, everything, like drawing boundaries of like, hey, this is what I will accept and this is what I won't accept, and this is it's not gonna be crossed. And that's really hard to learn, but really important.
Yeah, I think the other side of that too is not only having the boundary but also enforcing the boundary, and then also letting that person know of like, hey, you've crossed a boundary, or letting them know that there is this boundary, so that way it gives them the opportunity to either make a change so that they can stay in your life, or if they're going to continue to cross that boundary, then that tells you, okay, bye, thank you.
And that's their choice.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And then it's not on you of like, look, this is a boundary. Please don't cross it. If you do, sorry, but I got to get rid of you.
Yeah.
And so often people, especially introverts, have a tendency to build these boundaries, but not communicate those boundaries, and then ghost people. And I've had a lot of people do that to me, and it has caused me to think like, okay, what is it that I'm doing that's causing these people to just up and leave? Am I crossing their boundary, or is it a them problem of they're just not communicating their boundary?
Right.
And just that question alone has caused me to like rethink the way that I show up in relationships with people, whether it be intimate relationships or friendships, or even in my business, in identifying who's actually supportive of me, right? And who is there to drain my energy, and who's there to just take advantage of my kindness and say like, oh, I can't afford the full price for your service, but I'm willing to do this. It's like, okay, well, tells me that you're not supportive. Not because you don't want to be, but because you're making an excuse as to why you can't meet that.